Hey guys, Fire here, bringing you another accessory review. This time we're taking a look at the Turtle Beach Stealth Ultra. This is the latest and greatest controller brought to us by Turtle Beach, who is entering in the premium controller market really for the first time to try to compete to the likes of the Xbox Elite controller. So, what I want to do is kind of share my thoughts, but also give a little bit of comparisons and also just talk about a couple issues I actually have with the controller. So let's start off by setting this side by side so you can kind of see the controllers here. So we have the Xbox Elite controller. This is one of the special variants they've done. And then this is the Turtle Beach Stealth Ultra. Let me actually switch them so it's by the right box. This controller, it's great. It comes in at a price point of $200 compared to where you can get Elite controllers if you're lucky on sale right now, around $100, depending on which variant and bundles you get, and it it really does make a big difference. So Turtle Beach is asking you to come in at a very premium price point to purchase this controller that. For me, when I hold both of these controllers, and the Elite controller's been my daily driver for years and years now, when it comes to holding the controllers, now the Stealth Ultra is made of ultra lightweight material, and it feels really light. It's honestly lighter almost than a normal basic Xbox controller, and it's kind of one of my biggest detractors. I kind of have two things I don't like about this controller. One, it doesn't feel premium. It feels like a lot of the price point is going into some of the flashier features, such as a color changeable light strip that kind of goes all the way around the front and back of the controller. And then additionally, this LCD screen up here where you can customize to different things, whether it be social feeds or various other components to the controller that you can do. Now, other features that the controller comes with out of the box is you can't actually change these analog sticks like you can on an Elite controller where they have magnetically attaching and you can adjust tightness and stuff. So that's a part that's missing with the Stealth Ultra. Instead, they give you these rubber grips that you can basically put over top of your controller, and it's a loss in that premium feel vibe for me when for less money I can get more in terms of that feature. Now, another thing that I'm just not the biggest fan of, and I think is a big proponent for me with the controller. Let's move this carrying case out. We'll talk about that here in a second. Is Turtle Beach has these React R wired Xbox controllers. Now, on the Stealth Ultra, they've decided to put the basically start and menu buttons up here. So when you're holding the controller, a normal feeling vibe when you're playing games, you've always been trained that this is where these buttons are. But to hit those same buttons, I actually have to reach further up, and they feel very out of place, and that has a lot to do with this LCD screen that's on the controller, because I feel like it would be a much more ergonomic feel if they put the buttons like right in this location. Now, they did that with the React R controller. They're right there. So the question is why did they put them here? I think ultimately that's a design flaw for me when it comes to making a decision. Like, am I going to stick with what I've used for so many years, or am I going to try the new bad toy? Now, the controller feels comfortable to use. It has the buttons in the back that you can kind of program to be whatever other buttons you can be, much like how the Elite controller has them. The difference is the Elite controller uses paddles that you can remove and adjust. You can also adjust the trigger depth, so how far down you push on your triggers. The Elite controller has that as well, but the Elite controller actually gives you 3 presets versus just the 2 that the Stealth Ultra provides. So we'll talk about that in a second. So what else do you get in the box? The controller is wirelessly, or not wirelessly, is rechargeable, and it uses a dock, much like the Elite controller, but you can also charge it with a USB-C cable, and it uses these contact points on the back, much like the Elite controller here, to charge using a little basin. So in the box, you're also going to get a braided USB-C cable, which is quite nice. And then you get this magnetic recharging attach base. So basically what you do is the controller just sits on there, and it's pretty good at holding it. You could honestly mount this on a wall and just have it kind of hold it there, which is kind of nice. And it also features a dongle USB. It's plugged into my console, so sorry I don't have that right now on my hand. Um, but it's nice to set up. The USB connects to the back, and it does a similar thing that the Elite controller has. So this carrying case is really nice, super premium, and it's got kind of like a suede, I don't know what the word is to touch there, and a little zipper to hold your accessories. It's not going to fit the cable. Don't try. I tried. It's frustratingly doesn't fit. I wish that would have fit. Otherwise, it just kind of sits in here with the controller. But you can have this charging dock sit in this little padded section and run the cable through the back here and always have your controller charging in here. Downside is the base moves around. I wish maybe they would have found a way to put some magnets or something in here to lock the base in place. But also the Elite controller kind of suffers that same effect with its case. Overall, I think the Turtle Beach Stealth Ultra it's neat. I think it comes in at a little too high of a price point, considering like what you're getting out of the controller. I really wish that there would have been just a little bit more features. Like I think you're paying a lot for this LCD screen and just some RGB kind of color effects versus like you miss a lot. And there's a couple other things with the controller that you can go on their website. I'll put a link down below in the description if you do want to pick up one of these for yourself. Yeah, overall, I think I'm gonna say I'd much rather use a normal Elite. And if you don't like Microsoft controllers, I honestly think bang for your buck, the React Arc controllers are way better than this one. I wish that wasn't quite the case, but that's honestly my thoughts. I think you're better off going with the React Arc controller than really trying to go for this Stealth Ultra. Outside of that, guys, that's my thoughts on the Turtle Beach Stealth Ultra controller. I'd love to hear what you think down below in the comments. Do you think I'm way off the bar? Am I too Xbox fanboy with the Elite controller or whatever? Outside of that, I hope to see you again soon.